This is a tip for people who do oil change themselves DIY, or if you take it somewhere for someone to do it for you. I'm gonna have two tips for each. If you do the oil change on your own, first thing you do, just pull the oil dipstick out and leave it out. Open this filler cap and keep it out and keep it open until you finish filling this up. So this way you wouldn't forget that you put the oil or you didn't. And you don't want to start your vehicle with the dry oil. So this way your engine won't seize. One extra step you could take, if you use whether quart or 5 gallon container, I would prefer if you leave it around here, so this way you know you didn't fill in your oil yet. Or you could just leave it here inside your vehicle on the driver's side on the floor, in this area or this area. At least this way you're sure you're not gonna go inside, start your vehicle without oil. If you take your oil to an oil changing places like those quick loops or any of those places, your mechanic or anywhere you go to, I keep hearing and watching videos and reports that the people lost their engine as soon as they left the oil change place. This is very gray area, very tricky situation you don't want to be in. Once you leave the oil change place, you don't know who to blame. Whether your engine probably have an issue before, the oil change place forgot to put oil. Just for your safety, I would recommend, before you leave the parking lot, once you take your keys, open your hood, check your oil. Make sure there is an oil inside the engine before you start your vehicle, before you move, before you leave the lot. Whoever does it, just make sure this is done just for your own safety. At least you know there was oil or was no oil. Was no oil, right away call the place, take a video, document this, make sure, because you never know. I don't want to tell you that there are a lot of places they have rookies working there, they just started, or somebody have an issue in their life, they're distracted, they're on the phone, whatever the story is. I always have these nightmares. When I had my shop before, I always check everything by myself. I have the final check. I never let anyone start the car. I always keep the keys somewhere away from the technician, to ask him to take the key out of the car, put him on a desk, and where areas it's remind him, it is a note on the keys, it says, did you fill the engine with oil or did you add oil? This way before he goes and start the car, or I myself before I go to start the cars, I know I have to check the oil before I start this vehicle. So the step I take, I usually take the keys out of the car. Even if it's in my shop, take the keys out of the car. I have a special table, put the keys there. It says you need to check the oil before you do anything else. That's just one measure to mitigate any like damages, or mitigate any human error, or avoid any human error, whatever you want to call it. Just one step forward you have to take as a shop to make sure this engine will not get damaged just because of this few dollar oil change that could cost you $5, $6, $7, $8, $10,000 just because somebody forgot to fill in your oil. So as a customer, if you go anywhere, even if you trust your mechanic, even if you trust the shop, just please, it doesn't take you a few minutes, open the hood, check the oil before you start the car, before you leave the lot. Make sure the oil is being checked. If you have one of those cars, I call them the crazy car without the dipstick. Usually you have something in the dash, it shows you the level of the oil. Just wait, don't leave until the level shows that you have enough oil in your engine. I just thought I will share this with you just to make sure, because I keep seeing more and more people complaining about oil change places. I don't want to name anyone, but I just saw one this morning. It says somebody just an oil change cost him $11,000. This was insane. I mean, I don't know who to blame. Did the engine have an issue before, or the customer, or the oil change place, or the mechanic, or the technician, whoever was working on the car forgot to add oil? Okay, so this is just a small measure you take just to make sure you have enough oil before you leave. This way, if there is no oil, you just call the place right away, document everything, take a picture, videotape what you did, and tell them there is no oil in my engine. Somebody forgot to put the oil, or they forgot to put the oil plug in the oil pan. They forgot to leave, or they left it loose. Whatever the situation is, just please do this. This way you are on the safe side. You have no one to complain to after you leave the lot. Once you leave, it's gonna be hard to blame anyone, because you don't know who did what. Okay, so please just do what I just said in this video, and I hope you don't have this issue anymore and you have no problem. Thank you for watching.